I wonder if they have casual dress Fridays in hell. I realize saying that out loud that hell is casual Fridays. We're allowed to wear jeans today! Yeah. Will you give me my fucking receipt so I can leave already? I got 3 people on my Facebook friends list who are dead. Should I delete them? I've already lost 6 contacts in the last week for being an asshole. Do I really want to lose another 3? What harm is it just in leaving them on the list? It does get a little creepy though when Facebook reminds me that their birthday is today. Can you still call it their birthday once they're dead? I mean, isn't it just another day that they were alive? Am I worried about losing 10 contacts in a week and appearing unpopular? Appearing unpopular is a weird stance for a guy who spends most of his leisure time watching Gilmore Girls with his cat. I'm such a gay. Should I put the deceased people on my contact list into a special group? Compartmentalize them. Like some people put their roommates in a separate group, or their relatives. Some people put co-workers into a separate Facebook group. What would you call the dead people group? Corpses? Deceased contacts? Facebook used to creep me out when they suggested that I get back in touch with these people. Sorry, Facebook, not without a Ouija board. How soon after a woman dies should you remove her from your fantasy lineup? That is to say, your masturbatory roster. Said another way, can you leave a deceased person in your spank bank? Absolutely not. Although at the funeral, most of the family does insist that you remember them for who they were, and not what they are now. Sad fact, my spank bank doesn't even have attractive women in it anymore. Just plain-looking women. Some of them are downright frumpy. My wife has become so disappointedly despondent to me that just the idea of a woman being polite to me is a fantasy now. I fantasize that a regular-looking woman holds a door open for me, or she thanks me for recommending a book title, and it's stroke, spurt, sob, swipe, sleep. Repeat if necessary. I can't imagine attractive women being attracted to me anymore. I can only dream of average-looking women being polite to me. As my marriage spirals further into celibacy, I foresee divorce as inevitable, as every word that comes out of my face lately seems to bore or irritate my wife. I figure she'll leave me and move in with her parents, out in the far Canadian East Coast. My wife seems to enjoy her every annual visit out there. I went once. It wasn't bad, but it once was enough for me. To keep my townhouse after my wife leaves me, I'm going to have to get a roommate, yuck, or a second job to pay the expenses alone. Of course, I could just try to win my wife back into my favor, but I don't see that as a wise decision. Whenever I see a couple where the interest had waned for one of them and then been won over again, it's never for the long run. If the sound of my voice and the content of my conversation bother her that much, she can leave. Contrary to the opinion of my in-laws, I'm pretty awesome. If you love someone, set them free. If they return to you, they probably want money. My wife can no longer pretend to be interested in me anymore, any more than I can pretend to be interested in sports. A few weeks ago I was covering a shift at another location for the chain that I work for, and a 400-pound waitress asked me if I saw the game last night. I said that I don't watch sports. She asked me what was wrong with me. I gave her body a look over and asked her if she really wanted to put each other's lives under a social microscope. Really, honey? You're 400 pounds. You want to question my choices in life? I hope her heart explodes while she's standing in line at a crowded burger joint on a Friday night, and the other customers choose to step over her grotesquely stretched flat to get to their heart blockage quicker. What's wrong with me? Honey, I can hear your heart across the room. You're breathing like James Gandolfini. And I got a problem because I don't want to watch thyroid cases wrapped in protective gear chase a ball. This morning while at work, while setting up in the morning, I hooked my iPod up to a few speakers and was listening to the Moulin Rouge soundtrack's rendition of Roxanne. A waitress asked me if I was listening to the Muppets. What the hell am I doing here? I don't belong here.